Hi everyone, Sandra Crathern, Inner Vision, health tips for the week, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I was having a moment, like I do, where I stop and I think, okay, what can I share today that's going to be encouraging? And I'm in a bit of a better space at the moment. Interestingly enough, nothing has changed. Still got a problem with my knee, which has really restricted my mobility. I can barely bike ride, I can't walk long distances. And I've still got a problem with some psoriasis in my hair, which is itching at night, so I'm not sleeping as well. So I was thinking about why has there been a shift in my mental well-being, because nothing much changed. And it reminded me of a story. I've got an amazing coach who was 85 yesterday at the Bank Holiday Sunday, and a wonderful man he was. And I was talking to him about how can I help other people shift from, when they're in pain, either physically or emotionally or mentally, from a negative place into a more positive place. And he told me a story about some people in just after the war that had been burnt very, very seriously in various things, from plane crashes to being set alight and God knows what else happens in wartime. And they had to have horrendous surgery, really painful skin grafts on huge proportions of their body. And a psychologist went in there one day, into the unit, where they were all having this plastic surgery and they're all in lots of pain and stress. And he found all these guys with bits of limbs missing and patched up bits of their face. Some people you could barely recognise with their face and body, full of skin grafts, and clearly must have been in agony. And they were all having a drink and a fag, and they were all playing poker and stuff in the bar all together. And he was a bit astounded, really, because he expected to see everybody lying in bed, on morphine and in agony. It doesn't mean to say they weren't in a lot of pain. And he asked them how they dealt with what they were going through, whether that be mental, physical, emotional, but obviously pain. And they said, we have to shift our attention and focus on something that makes us feel better. And I thought that's an incredible story, isn't it? Because I am not going through anything like that and have never been through anything like that. But if they can do that, then so can I. And a lot of them were saying that sort of like 90% of their world was pain, dressings, burns and agony. But they had a small percentage of other things, were able to look out of the grounds and see the lovely gardens, or maybe interact with the nurses and have some fun. Or in this case, when they went in, they all had poker sessions in the bar, allotted times. So my tip today is that's something I've been practicing myself, is to focus on something else that might bring you joy. And that's been my grandchildren for me. So I dedicate this to Alice, my daughter-in-law, and Charlie, my daughter-in-law, and obviously my sons. But they have brought so much joy into my life, even wrapping up the Easter presents. And my husband, I was going to say, my husband and I built a Wendy house, but it's not true. My husband did. I looked at the instructions and went, and I said, can I leave you to do that? Because I've got a coaching client, which was true. And he did it, and I was so proud of him. So even though I'm in pain with my knee and I'm not sleeping and it is hurting and I can't go on my bike very often and I can't walk very far and I'm scratching my head at night and smell like fish and chips because I've been putting on alternative therapy. What is it I'm putting on? Apple cider vinegar, which burns it like mad, but anyway. So I think shifting my attention, my little granddaughter came over the weekend and I saw my grandson over the weekend, and, that just brings me so much joy. So if you can shift your attention from something, even if it's painful physically, mentally and emotionally, it doesn't take the pain away, but it often dissipates and it often allows it to go in the background. So I really hope that's been of value for you today, and I look forward to giving you some more top tips next week.